everybody. My name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet Show here on the Geeky Puppet Show. Yes, for a review. I know we haven't had one to do for a while, but we're back once again for the things we love, and the book of Boba Fett is one of them. And joining me to review episode 2, what's it called? The Tribes of Tatooine. It is a Zacta tank.
Yeah, because like a back to tank, I am cool and refreshing looking. Maybe,
And
I don't know.
Do you heal?
Slowly but surely, yes. Yes, I do heal.
But do you heal others?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Well,
No.
not a very useful Zacta tank, but he's here to review with us. And, well, with this episode, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. We left off last time, and, well, it was simply Ming-Na Wen playing Finnick Shand, catching the last remaining assassin that was after Boba. Mm-hmm. So, she drags that man back into the Jabba's palace.
Lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Yeah, no.
What?
You're right.
Your wife doesn't watch these, does she?
What? No.
Good. She allows Yelena, but we got to be careful, man. You're extending the limit. I don't think either one of us could handle her. So
that is true.
It just all be a woman handling from her. But anyway, moving on. She drags the guy to Jabba's palace, and they get Boba back up. I don't remember. I don't think it starts off with the dream, does it?
No, it doesn't. Actually, no. It starts out in the present time, and then about halfway through it shifts to
okay. Just wanted to make sure they didn't try to squeeze it in there. It was last night late when I saw it, so cut me some slack, people. But anyway, she brings him back. Boba gets out of the back to tank, and he's sitting on his throne and asks, "Well, who sent you?" And that's when Ming-Na Wen says, "They're from the Order of the Night Wind." Yes, assassins that are really just there in name. No real skill, just a history that they can use.
Yeah, you're paying for the name.
Yep. And so he is not giving answers. They'll never give answers, no matter what. So says 8B8. Is that the name of the
does it have a name? Oh, I guess it's his name. Might be 8B8.
I had the captions on, so it was 8-something-8. So.
I have to go back and I'd have to check. I didn't catch the name. That's kind of funny because it's kind of a change around of BB8.
But he says he is not going to talk, sir. And that's when Boba says maybe he'll talk to the Rancor. And they open the pit, and the assassin falls with a shocked look on his face, and slowly the gate lifts to where the Rancor should be waiting, and he screams, "The mayor sent me!" And that's when he sees it's empty, because the Rancor is dead.
Yes, this guy did not watch Return of the Jedi, obviously.
Hashtag RIP Rancor.
Hashtag.
But after that, they go ahead and let's pay the mayor a little visit, shall we? And so they drag along the assassin, and they go into the mayor's office. That annoying Twi'lek assistant that he's got is still there.
Gosh, yeah, that guy. Oh boy,
kill him! But Boba doesn't listen to him. He just pushes through and goes back to where the Ithorian mayor is waiting, and they have the two mouths on the side, and they have a translator that they put in there, so that way it automatically translates.
It's got like the slug-looking head. It's like a flattened slug, and it's just they're cool. Yeah. I like them. Cool design.
So the mayor instantly has one of his guards kill the assassin, saying, "Well, they aren't allowed anywhere out." Oh no! Sorry, I think that was Grogu. Yeah. Well, shut up! I can blame you all I want. I'm sorry. Okay. Jeez. You'll get your bit at the end, okay? You just have to wait. Anyway, as I was saying, the mayor says, well, they're not allowed outside of hut space, the Order of the Night Wind. So thanks for turning them in. But you need to ask yourself who really wants you dead. Because even though you're the new hotshot, the new crime lord, I have no reason to want you dead, man. And so he basically drops he says to go check out the, what's it called?
The sanctuary? Is that
The
what it's called?
sanctuary. Yes.
Yeah.
The
People
sanctuary
call
run
it
by,
the Oasis, but it's the sanctuary.
run by that one Twi'lek lady we met. A very nice looking Twi'lek lady. And in this one, there's two because he listens and goes over there. And that's when the boss says, oh, so you haven't heard about the twins? And Boba's like, oh, well, the twins are too busy with their debauchery to show up here. And that's when there's major thuds coming from outside. Dun, dun. So they go out, and what do they see but on a large, what do they call it?
A litter. Yeah,
The litter.
they keep saying that several times. It's like, oh, I didn't see Boba come in on his litter. And apparently this is what they're all expecting.
And there are two giant huts. Their tails kind of intertwined.
That's weird.
Yeah,
that part's weird.
And their siblings.
It's very Lannister-y. If you watch Game of Thrones, it's very Lannisters.
Lannister-y or Skywalker-y, depending on when you're looking.
You're not wrong.
But they say that, well, this was Jabba's place, so you're going to give it to us. And Boba is like, no, I'm not. I don't know if you heard, but what's his name? I always forget. Bib
Fortuna.
Bib Fortuna. He took over in, well, his master's stead. And they said, okay, yes. But you know that really the owner was Jabba, and so this is our place. Boba again says no. And that's when they send out their, well, hired hand, we'll say. And this
their version of Boba Fett, I guess.
Which is a big black Wookiee.
Huge guy. Like, I remember the Wookiees being huge, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I hadn't seen one in a while, but this dude was jacked.
It was awesome. But yes, he comes out. He's just giving him the eye. You can see the look. I can't lift my eyebrow, but if I could, I'd give it to you.
You need a Dwayne Johnson puppet. That puppet should be able to lift its eye.
Maybe. But Boba says, well, if you're going to, if you want this place, because the sister doesn't speak a lot, but when she does, the main, the brother, as it were, I don't remember hearing any names.
I don't think they gave any names. I think it's just the sister and the brother.
Yeah, the brother says she thinks we should just kill you, and Boba's like, well, you should listen to your sister, because the only way you're going to get rid of me is by killing me.
It's a really accurate accent that you've developed there.
Thank you. I take off the glasses and I become him. Yeah. That's
all you need now is the helmet, and or actually, you just need the robes, and you'll look just like him.
Spoilers. Wait.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, the huts leave it for now, and they're taken away.
It seemed like there were too few people carrying that litter for those two heavy huts.
Yeah.
Like, there's like 12 people carrying it, and like those huts look like they need at least 30.
It was already creaking. You could hear it.
Yeah, that's true. It is true.
But that seemed, I believe that is all of our present drama. Because after this, he goes to sleep in his Bacta tank, his Zacta tank, and he is taken back to the past with the tribe of sand people. Disgusting, horrible sand people. I don't care how they try to humanize them in The Mandalorian or this. I remember what they did. We remember Shmi around here.
Hashtag justice for Shmi.
Justice for Shmi! Anakin was right to kill them all. Not just the men, but the women and children too!
The children too!
That's right.
Not the dogs. I think he let the dogs live, the little lizard dog things.
Well, they're just mindless animals.
Hmm.
A lot like the sand people, except the sand people are crueler. Anyway, yes, we see Boba, and there is this long train that comes right by at a random point in the day, and they have a shooting match, but they always lose because it's a very high-speed train.
The Banthas lose too. They're too big and they're too slow.
Boba is gaining the respect, and he's training with one of their Baki sticks, something like that.
Gaffy stick.
Gaffy, yes, the Gaffy sticks.
Yeah, which I always thought those things were metal.
No, they're just hardened wood.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Where would you find metal on Tatooine?
Easier than wood? It's a desert.
Well, we'll learn soon how a Baki stick is really made, though.
Yeah.
So he says at one point during the night, after they burn the bodies of the sad sand people that died, after they burn those bodies, they go ahead. They go ahead, and he sees a biker gang just drive right by, and he's like, "I need a stick, and I will go. I will help you stop the train." And so they go ahead and they give him a stick and something else, and
blaster rifle.
Oh yeah, a long rifle.
Yeah.
And they go ahead and just do. He walks his way to this saloon that's right in the middle of nowhere in the Dune Sea. You know, if you're traveling and the crate dragons don't kill you, well, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess so. Why not?
And he stops by just to steal the bikes, but then he hears something inside. He goes in, and because one of the people in there were like, "Oh no, this isn't right," and Boba Fett just goes ahead and kicks the alien ass.
He does, yeah, because the gang was like eating people's food and like drinking out of other people's cups and stuff. It's very rude. Yep. Very rude bunch of aliens.
Yep. And so after Boba's done beating them, he goes outside, he wraps up the bikes, and he heads back to the village. They're suspicious at first because whenever they hear something like that coming towards them, they stop. But he delivers them, and he goes to the chief and says, "This is my gift to you. My gift to you." And that's when the rest try to take it all apart.
They try to scavenge them.
But that's when Boba's like, no, these are mine. These are mine. You gotta stop. I will teach you how to ride. Yeah. And so after some training, the sand people do learn how to ride. But before we get to the final bit here, let's go ahead and look at some of these comments. Hello to Maranya, Pizza the Hut, and Taco the Hut. Oh, actually, she goes by Belle. Taco the Bell.
Pizza the Hut.
Chewbacca. A little bit. Miss So, hello to you.
Where's Breen to say that's not my favorite one?
Comic Book Frog, that's racist. Sand people. They are the Sand People! I don't care if they're called Tusken Raiders.
Technically, Sand People is the original name. They were only called Tusken Raiders because they raided a fort called Tusken. That's in the books. I don't know how strictly they adhere to that, but that's...
Well, they have names. You don't know what they are, but we don't either because they never name them.
Right. They don't.
Maranya says at least his name is not Boba T.
I like Boba T.
When Boba Fett throws his mighty shield. I don't know. He doesn't have a shield.
His mighty stick.
His mighty stick. But back to it. Where were we? Yes, he teaches the sand people how to ride on the bikes, how to jump from them, and the speed they'll need to catch up to the train. Then the attack begins. They follow it through, and they actually put up a good fight. We learned that the Pike Syndicate is on there. We've met them in the Clone Wars before. But they go ahead, and after some struggling, they do lose some people, but they do overtake it. There's this spider pilot droid that ends up abandoning the.
That thing was creepy. That thing when it's like crawling off, like that thing's about to freak some poor farmer out the next time he sees it.
And ultimately, Boba Fett is able to stop the train, and that's when they overtake it. They have the Pike Syndicate there, and Boba Fett comes out, and he has like a setup next to the tribe leader, and he says, "Listen, the Great Dune Sea that you're trying to pass here belongs to the Raiders, the Tusken Raiders. So if you're going to pass it for your spice dealings." They had a scene. What spice? And that, because a big old thing comes blowing through.
Are you trading spice? Is like, what spice look like? Trying to play dumb.
But he says you're going to pay a toll to these raiders because they will protect you along the way. Now walk. And they're like, what? We'll die. They said no. We'll go ahead and we'll give you water shells or whatever they called them. And
a black melon. They're called black
melons. They're melons, yes. They aren't bugs.
Yeah, we thought they were like bugs or something. And apparently it's milk that they drink out of them, not water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But really it's weird. Enough. It's close enough. They give them each one and they say, you're going to walk there and you'll be able to gain, you'll be able to go back and you'll work out a deal so that way you can pass through here. Otherwise, we stopped you once. We'll stop you again. He doesn't actually say that, but that's what he implies.
Well, it's also funny to me how easily you can walk places, apparently, on Tatooine.
Well, it's not easy. It's going to take a day.
Yeah, well, it's still a lot longer, or it's a lot shorter than I would have thought.
So that night, the chief is grateful and says, I'm going to help you, Boba Fett. You see, this is a gift for you. And he opens it up and there's a lizard. And after a moment, the lizard jumps on his face and crawls up his nose. And Boba Fett thinks he swallowed it. Sorry, I think I swallowed the bugger. And that's when the chief tells him, no, it's going to guide you through your head. And that's when memories start flashing through him through the Sarlacc pit, dressed in his armor and as a child on
Camino.
Gotta say it like that, Camino. And he goes to a tree and pulls off a branch and returns in the morning. And that's when they start dressing him up in these robes. I was worried they were going to try to put a mask on him and he was going to be a Tusken Raider for like the next 3 episodes. But no. He's not going to be one of those filthy sand people. He is instead.
This is pretty much just showing how he gets to be the way he is, I think, when he shows up in Mando and Mandalorian. Because I think that's the same outfit that he wears.
Comic Book Frog is saying, yo, Puppetine, say hello to your mother for me. She's a beautiful woman. What a mother. I do not have a mother. I'm a clone. My name is Boba. I have a dad. That's it.
You had it.
My mother was a pod. There we go.
That's it.
But they do that, and they take that branch, and they turn it into his
Gaffy stick.
Gaffy stick. Yes. And yeah, that's pretty much what it does. It sets him up on his way. And it's a nice ending, I think. Yeah. And at that point, it's pretty much over there. That's it. And that's it. I really overall liked the episode. I thought it was actually better than the first. And I actually enjoyed the first, whereas you'll see people online just bash on it. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, you'll see what Boston accent when Spider-Man throws the boba tea in the water.
Doesn't sound like a Boston accent.
The Spider-Man, yeah, it's a little inside joke. From what this view is relating, it's high action and like classic trilogy Star Wars. A bit. I think it's got some new in there too, and it's just enough of a balance that it works. It works.
If you like the Western theme, the overt westernness of the Mandalorian. This has a lot of that, especially in the last half, where it's him with the Sand People. It's got a very Dances with Wolves kind of vibe to it, ish. I'm actually looking forward to more like of the present stuff. I appreciate the past stuff, like finding out like what happened to him between Return of the Jedi and the present, but I really like the modern, like what he's doing now.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think it was important for this episode for that, though. I think it's going to... I think... How much is Ming-Na Wen? I'm not pulling that up on the screen, Froggy. How much is Ming-Na Wen in this? A good bit. The entire first half, she is there.
Yeah.
Hey, asking for a friend. Yeah. We don't need to talk about your little green friend. But speaking of little green friends, I think it's time to ask that question everybody loves to ask. What does Baby Yoda say?
Oh.
Let's go ahead, little guy. Okay. What do you say, Baby Yoda?
Those eyes, Shock's eyes.
He has a great concern for my hate of the Sand People. Well, listen, Baby Yoda, you gotta understand that. No, don't interrupt. Listen, the Sand People did bad things, and you know that night when when all your youngling friends just sort of disappeared. It was because of the Sand People. Don't quote me on that, but that was the real downfall.
I mean, if you boil it all down, it really is the Sand People's fault. If they don't kill Shmi, Anakin doesn't go to the dark side. Anakin doesn't kill all the younglings.
Yeah, so we know you miss your friends, but it'll be okay. Yeah. Well, that's Baby Yoda's little review on it, so I'm going to set you down. Yeah, you got your final word. Okay. Ugh. Miranya's husband watched The Mandalorian, and his review, it was cool. It gives information about Boba Fett. That is how most people judge it. And a lot of people aren't happy with how Boba Fett has turned into really a crime lord. That he's turned into a leader, and that's not what they want. They just want pointless action for an hour.
It's called growth.
People don't like growth.
Apparently. I think it works in this case.
You know what I saw? And sorry to go off on this. I saw somebody say that I have an entire shrine dedicated to Boba Fett. He was a cool, faceless hero. I didn't need anything more from him. We've known he's been a clone for years now.
Yeah.
For years. If you weren't up to date on that information, that's on you. And, characters, they do change. I understand that the EU had a different circumstance for Boba Fett. But this is a new take for a new age. And you know what? I don't mind it. I like this show thus far. And I'm excited to keep going.
Same. I'm excited to see how it ends up. Or how it ends up going.
Baby Yoda reluctantly agrees.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks, Baby Yoda. Well, you go ahead back to bed now. Yeah. But that is it. This overall, I go ahead and say that this is a very good show. If you're not watching it, I don't know why. You should definitely be checking it out. Comment your thoughts below, though. If you disagree, go ahead and tell me why. Well, we're absolutely open to a discussion on here about all sorts of things. So go ahead and say down there. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Trying to build a base around here, and we need your help for that. Also, check out some of the readings on the channel, and we'll have more reviews coming soon. But most of them won't be shows as good as this. Just fair warning. But for Zach and myself, thank you so much for watching. As Marani says, check out the co-fight, and thank you so much. Bye! And may the Force be with you.
He doesn't say that. He didn't use the Force.
Boba out.